Making headlines this hour, President underscores the importance of fostering tolerance and inclusion across Maldivian society. Vice departs for Hawaii on an official visit at the invitation of the Blue Planet Alliance. Moody's acknowledges Maldives' efforts to fiscal reforms to maintain the CAA2 credit rating issued in September 2024.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to PSM News in English with me, Hafiz Abdul Sattar. And now the news in detail. President Dr. Mohamed Muiz underscores the importance of fostering tolerance and inclusion across a Maldivian society, stressing that diversity is fundamental to the nation's development. His remarks coincide with the observance of the International Day of Living Together in Peace.
The International Day of Living Together in Peace, observed annually on 16th May, was established by the United Nations General Assembly in 2017 through Resolution 72-130. Its first official commemoration in 2018 reinforced a global commitment to reconciliation and mutual understanding. The occasion serves as a reminder that peace and inclusion are essential tools for resolving conflict and fostering societal cohesion. Echoing the significance of this international observance, President Muizu underscored the importance of embracing diversity within the Maldivian society, describing it as a source of collective strength. His message reflected a broader call for unity, stressing that fostering a culture of tolerance and inclusion requires collective commitment. The government has introduced several initiatives aimed at ensuring broader participation in national programs, particularly for individuals with disabilities. Programs focused on vocational training and skill development are equipping individuals with the tools needed to integrate into professional fields. At the same time, efforts are underway to enhance workplace accessibility and provide equitable opportunities. While inclusion remains a priority, national security and societal challenges through policy measures designed to strengthen safety and reinforce the country's long-standing commitment to peace.
President Dr. Mohamed Muiz appoints Musa Rilwan, a seasoned television presenter, to the Maldives Broadcasting Commission, the independent regulatory body responsible for overseeing broadcasting standards nationwide. The appointment, made in accordance with the Broadcasting Act, follows parliamentary approval during a session held on 13th May. Rilwan enters the commission with a background rooted in political science and media. He earned a bachelor's degree in political science and international relations in 2016 and has worked in media and media management since 2009, bringing a depth of experience across various roles in the industry. His professional contributions extend beyond broadcasting. As an integral figure in national development projects, he played a key role in the FENNAR project, a large-scale water and sewage infrastructure initiative launched in collaboration with international organizations and government ministries. His expertise has also supported the Maldives Urban Development and Resilience Project and the Strengthening Low Carbon Energy Island Strategies LCEI initiative. Vice President Hussein Mohamed Latif departs for Hawaii on an official visit at the invitation of the Blue Planet Alliance, marking a significant milestone in the Maldives' commitment to advancing renewable energy and strengthening international collaboration. The visit will see the formal accession of the Maldives to the Blue Planet Alliance, a global initiative dedicated to accelerating the transition to renewable energy, particularly in island nations. As part of his engagement, Vice President Latif is set to deliver a keynote address at the Fellowship Program, a platform bringing together policy experts, utility executives, civil society leaders, and climate advocates. High-level discussions on sustainable energy development are also on his agenda, according to a statement by the President's office. Taking place in Honolulu from 18th to 23rd May, the fellowship program focuses on addressing the unique challenges small island developing states face in implementing renewable energy technologies. This marks the fourth iteration of the program. Senior government officials and representatives from civil society organizations in the Maldives are among those attending. The Blue Planet Alliance has played a pivotal role in supporting the energy transition of island nations. Through capacity building efforts and financial partnerships, it facilitates investments in sustainable technologies, ensuring long-term viability for renewable energy solutions. For the Maldives, accelerating the shift to renewable energy remains a national priority. President Dr. Mohamed Muiz has pledged that by 2028, 33% of the country's electricity will be sourced from renewables, reinforcing the government's commitment to sustainability. Implementation of this vision is already underway with a comprehensive roadmap guiding the transition. Current figures show 68 megawatts of solar photovoltaic PV capacity has been installed and additional projects are progressing. Globally renowned credit rating agency Moody's acknowledges Maldives government's efforts for fiscal reforms to maintain the island nation's CAA2 credit rating issued in September last year. The review was conducted through a rating committee held on 8th May on the appropriateness of the ratings in the context of recent developments being reassessed.
This decision comes after the rating agency adjusted the nation's credit rating from CAA1 to CAA2 in September last year. Despite the challenges of foreign debt repayments, Moody's has opted not to downgrade the rating further, citing the implementation of significant economic reforms. Moody's noted that the pandemic led to a significant shortfall in economic output given the economy's reliance on tourism and a surge in government debt. Although a tourism rebound has since supported a strong growth recovery, reflecting healthy economic growth potential and competitive tourism sector. The agency said the impending maturity of sizable external debt obligations remains a significant credit concern for Maldives, despite a gradual uptick in foreign exchange reserves observed since October 2024, driven by external financing support and the implementation of foreign exchange reforms. According to Moody's, volatile market sentiment stemming from uncertain U.S. economic policy will further challenge Maldives' ability to access international markets and secure financing from bilateral and private creditors to either free finance or repay these debts. Moody's decision to maintain Maldives' credit rating came after President Dr. Mohamed Muiz revealed that the government is committing $162.9 million to debt servicing this year, with $100 million strategically allocated for settling past loans as part of a broader fiscal reforms. President Muiz had also noticed that the Sovereign Development Fund (SDF) balance had grown significantly. When his administration took office, he said the fund stood at $2 million, which had risen to $121 million by the start of May.
The Islamic University of Maldives IUM secures two prestigious certifications from the International Organization for Standardization ISO. Among them is the ISO 21001 certification, making IUM the first university in the country to receive this global recognition for educational institutions. The certifications ISO 9001 and ISO 21001 underscore the university's commitment to quality and institutional excellence. ISO 9001, a globally recognized standard, reinforces consistency in service delivery, efficiency, and customer satisfaction. ISO 21001, tailored specifically for educational organizations, promotes transparency, inclusivity, and student-centered learning while aligning institutional practices with international academic standards. The recognition stands as a defining moment for IUM, a sentiment echoed by Vice Chancellor Dr. Ali Zahir, who described it as a significant milestone for the university. Zahir highlighted the extensive efforts behind this achievement, underscoring the university's dedication to establishing internationally recognized benchmarks. The International Organization for Standardization (ISO), an independent non-governmental entity, has been instrumental in developing and publishing global standards since its official inception on 23 February 1947. With over 25,000 standards introduced across industries such as technology, manufacturing and business, ISO plays a vital role in shaping international regulations. Its framework is supported by more than 800 technical committees and subcommittees, ensuring the integrity and relevance of its standards. Maldives Marketing and Public Relations Corporation (MMPRC) is hosting the first Maldives Week. The Visit Maldives Week in Italy and France, showcasing the natural beauty, culture and unique experiences of the Maldives. A total of 18 representatives from 12 Maldivian tourism companies are taking part in the Visit Maldives Week, Italy and France. The Italian roadshows are held in Rome on 14th May and Milan on 15th May, while the French roadshows take place in Lyon on 19th May and Paris on 20th May. The event aims to showcase the stunning natural beauty, rich culture and unique experiences of the Maldives, bringing the destination closer to some of our top European markets. It's also provide a key platform for the industry partners to perform new partnerships, deepen existing ties and share the latest destination updates about the Maldives. To fully immerse visitors in the allure of the Maldives, there is an interactive quiz and workshop taking place in Italy and Lyon, while the media component in Paris showcasing the unparalleled beauty of the Maldives islands and individual properties. The roadshows actively engage industry professionals through B2B meetings, networking and destination workshops. Attendees to the Visit Maldives Week roadshows will also have a chance to win Maldives holiday vouchers courtesy of Banyan Tree Wapimfaru, Canary Reef Resort Maldives, Six Senses Alarm and Rue Hotels and Resorts. Italy and France are strong markets for the Maldives tourism industry, showing impressive growth this year. Italy is currently ranked 4th with 79,482 travelers having arrived in the Maldives from Italy by mid-May. France is currently the 7th top source market for the Maldives with more than 33,108 arrivals in the same duration. U.S. President Donald Trump says the United Arab Emirates and the United States have agreed to create a path for the Gulf country to buy some of the most advanced artificial intelligence semiconductors from U.S. companies.
The deal, which was finalized on Thursday, May 15th, during Trump's visit to Abu Dhabi, is a major win for the UAE, which has been trying to balance its relations with its longtime ally, the US, and its largest trading partner, China. It reflects the Trump administration's confidence that chips can be managed securely, in part by requiring data centers be managed by US companies.
Yesterday, the two countries also agreed to create a path for UAE to buy some of the world's most advanced AI semiconductors from American companies, a very big contract. This will generate billions and billions of dollars in business and accelerate the UAE's plans to become a really major player in artificial intelligence. I think we're heading toward the $12 to $13 trillion between projects already announced, mostly announced, but some are going to be announced very shortly, and literally very shortly. We just reached a fantastic trade deal, as you know, with the United Kingdom. which was wonderful. And we have another big one that we just reached with China. China deal is a very big deal. It's in the process of continuing to be formed, but they wanted to make that deal very badly.
The UAE in March committed to a 10-year, $1.4 trillion investment framework in the United States in sectors including energy, AI, and manufacturing.
Thai construction tycoon Premchai Karnasuta and 14 others surrendered themselves to police over a Bangkok building collapse that killed nearly 100 workers during a powerful earthquake in March.
The surrender comes after the partially built 30-story State Audit Office tower in Bangkok collapsed from tremors caused by the 7.7 magnitude quake that struck neighboring Myanmar. Rescue teams recovered 92 bodies during a 6-week operation, with 4 still unaccounted for. Footage from the Thai Public Broadcasting Service showed Premchai, the president of Italian Thai Development, surrounded by a media scrum as he entered and exited the police station in a wheelchair. Premchai and 14 other suspects were affiliated with companies responsible for building design and construction, said Metropolitan Police Bureau Deputy Commissioner Nopasin Punsawat. They have been accused of negligence and breaching construction regulations. There were also irregularities in construction materials used, including substandard concrete and steel, adding that investigators also discovered forged signatures in engineering documents.
Russian and Ukrainian negotiators meet in Istanbul at their first direct peace talks in more than 3 years, under pressure from US President Donald Trump to end Europe's deadliest conflict since World War II.
Live television showed Turkish Foreign Minister Hakan Fidan addressing Russian and Ukrainian negotiators at the lavish Dolmabahce Palace on the Bosphorus. Half of the Ukrainian delegation wore camouflage military fatigues, sitting at a table directly facing their Russian counterparts who were in suits. Fidan said it was critical to achieve a ceasefire as soon as possible. He said he was happy to see the will of both sides to open a new window of opportunity for peace, and it was important that the Istanbul talks form the basis for a meeting between leaders of the two countries. The warring sides had not met face-to-face since March 2022, the month after Russia's invasion. Expectations for a major breakthrough, already low, were dented further on Thursday when Trump, winding up a Middle East tour, said there would be no movement without a meeting between himself and Russia's President Vladimir Putin. The head of Ukraine's delegation, setting out Kyiv's priorities, said peace was only possible if Russia agreed to a 30-day ceasefire, the return of abducted Ukrainian children, and an exchange for all prisoners of war. Russia says it wants to end war by diplomatic means and is ready to discuss a ceasefire, but it has raised a list of questions and concerns, saying Ukraine could use a pause to rest its forces, mobilize extra troops, and acquire more Western weapons. Ukraine and its allies accuse Putin of stalling and says he's not serious about wanting peace.
Dutch soldiers carries out drills in the Netherlands as part of 2 weeks of training for NATO preparedness.
Roughly 1,500 Dutch forces took part in the drills, in which Chinook and Black Hawk helicopters from the U.S. 12th Combat Aviation Brigade conducted a mock attack in the village of De Wick, around 100 kilometers east of Amsterdam. The Netherlands, along with other NATO allies, is ramping up defense spending and recruitment in the face of what they called a heightened Russian threat since Moscow's full-scale invasion of Ukraine in February 2022. By 2030, the Dutch aim to have doubled their military capacity to 200,000.
I think that mainly the thing is that the threat of Russia, that is the reason that we are building up our defense. When we look at the past couple of years, we mainly focus on, as we call it, our main task 2 missions. So the missions of choice, the training missions we did abroad in Iraq, Afghanistan, etc. Those were missions on a smaller scale. So now in this time, at what is happening in Europe, we need to practice ourselves again in conducting the large scales. That is not only conducting the kinetic operations with the infantry, but also training our logistical systems and making sure that the complete sustainment is in place for doing those kind of operations.
Exercise Falcon Spring was conducted as NATO countries responded to an appeal by Secretary General Mark Rutte to increase defense spending in the alliance's 32 member states to 5% GDP.
Cristiano Ronaldo tops Forbes' list of the world's highest paid athletes for the 3rd consecutive year and the 5th time in his career. Following his move to Saudi Arabian club Al Nassr, Ronaldo's estimated total earnings are around $275 million.
The Portuguese forward increased his income by $15 million through off-field endorsements as well as lucrative sponsorship deals backed by his large social media followers, 939 million in total as of May. Meanwhile, Golden State Warriors guard Stephen Curry, who in March became the first NBA player to reach 4,000 career three-pointers, jumped to second place in the rankings with $156 million. Boxer Tyson Fury claimed third place with $146 million. Despite losing his world heavyweight titles to Alexander Usyk in December, Fury's income has been boosted by partnerships promoting Maltese tourism and his Netflix reality show. Dallas Cowboys quarterback Dak Prescott reached fourth with $137 million thanks to record-breaking signing bonuses and a lucrative contract extension. Meanwhile, Argentine Lionel Messi dropped to fifth place with $135 million, the same as last year, having moved to Major League Soccer side Inter Miami, as well as continuing to receive high-profile endorsements from Adidas and Apple. Los Angeles Lakers forward LeBron James, nearing the end of his illustrious career, came sixth with $133.8 million.
At the start of the United Nations International Day of Light, the town of Brixen in the Italian Alps was lit up by a series of SOS torches, a symbolic global call to attention concerning the future relationship between robots and humans.
The torches were ignited by Italian artist Stefano Cagol as part of an artistic performance titled We Own the Futures. The performance, held in front of Brixen's cathedral, saw Cagol and a humanoid robot participating in the SOS Torch Show, exploring the evolving dynamics between humans and intelligent machines. Cagol's work attempts to build a circle of trust between humans and machines, involving light, fire, and reflection.
The International Day of Light this year has two keywords. It's science and innovation. And I think the light was always a trigger for both science and innovation. And in this sense, Stefano's work is very important because he is putting light on a main issue what is coming. That's artificial intelligence and robotics. And I think in this case, International Day of Light is giving us a big eye-opener for an issue what is coming in the next years.
The performance ended with Cagol and the robot gazing up at the sun as NASA's footage was projected onto the cathedral, visualizing the shared futures. The torches lit up the historic town center and were visible up to 10 kilometers, 6.2 miles, from the cathedral square, according to the organizers. The performance, created exclusively for the International Day of Light, will not be repeated.
As contemporary artists, I very concentrate with our society. AI, robots, they're already here. So with the robot, I will share my time, my space, and we will act a kind of mystical ceremony with fire, with circle of light. We will look the sun, the stars, in a kind of a message of hope and peace.
The city of Brixton annually invites light artists to commemorate the UNESCO-led International Day of Light, currently in its 16th edition.
And that's all we have for this hour. Thank you for watching. Wish you all a very pleasant time ahead.